On top of that, there is something called the law of apostasy in Islam. Traditionally speaking, and to be a little bit more specific, all 4 schools of traditional Sunni Islam and all 3 major schools of traditional Shia Islam teach that if you leave Islam, you can be killed in various circumstances. They disagree on the circumstances, but they all agree that it can happen. And so a Muslim has to think about maybe giving up his social life for sure, and maybe even destroying his family's social life, and then maybe even giving up your life itself because of the law of apostasy.
But let's take a look at the claims of Islam. Remember, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, our claim for Islam is Allah, the God of this universe, as found in the Quran. And we have good reason to believe the Quran is the inspired word of God. Number 2, Muhammad, is he a prophet of God or not? If I can show either of these things to be true, then I have a good reason to believe in Islam. So what does the evidence say?
I looked at God and I said, God, if I do this though, I have to give up my family. Matthew chapter 10's next verses, you want to know what they are? He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. As I read that, I said, God, it's not just my parents though. It's my whole life. What the next verses say? He who is not willing to pick up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Yeah, God knows the cost. The cost that Muslims have to pay today, the cost that you might have to pay if you're listening to this, is not a new cost. It's the cost the disciples had to pay from the very beginning. It's the cost we all must be ready to pay if we're going to follow Jesus.